G'day there, Timbo Turtle here, just currently a disembodied head looking for his way through the universe. I'm just here because I was doing the Globe Sextant challenge by MCToon. MCToon was has put out a lot of stuff on flat Earth and flat Earth debate. Currently has a little challenge, so anyone who's interested in that sort of, whether you're a flat earther or a globe, I suggest you check out his channel. Give him some likes and subscribe. I think they're definitely worth it. Now, he's been pretty good and put out a nice little challenge, given the position of some stars based on what you could see with his little Theolite app. You can follow his video and check it out. So I thought I'd give it a go. Always wanted to have a go at doing some celestial navigation. Knew the theory, but never actually tried it myself. So it's good to do it. So I thought I'd do a little bit of quick rushing up, and I'm not going to try and explain celestial navigation, but I mean, you'd think it'd be pretty simple, given that's the sort of diagram you do for it. I mean, it looks a lot more complicated, but yes, basically, it's just following some simple rules and some formulas. So I had my first little go. Thought we'd try it out. Got my little figures here, and then pulled up the various little images to try and get started. And thought, well, what's the best way to do it? Could try a few maths, but being a very graphical person and a draftsman, etc., I thought, let's do it with good old Google Earth. That's probably the easiest way to have a go. Google Earth is, I thought, okay, well, if I can work out the positions, plot the big, the circles equal latitude, I'd probably get it that way. One thing I can help for those who are doing anything on here, so just turn on the grid. That helps you, gives you nice all the lines of latitude, longitude, and all the equator, etc. Helps you sort of know yourself when you're doing some celestial navigation as to where you are. And I did put together a little spreadsheet of my own. Now, this looks all nice and finished and polished, but it did take me a little bit to get it going and get everything right and do the calcs, because as I said, a bit of a noob when it comes to this stuff. So, put in my values, and of course, went through and decided, okay, well, let's have a look. So the first thing you had to do was find your position. So we did that, and we found a few of the positions based using the values in the chart. Now, only a little advice I can give you, if you want to do this into Google Earth, one little trick I worked out is to set your coordinate up in a way, in this case exactly the way you want to find it. So if you want to find that longitude and latitude, copy those bit of text, paste it into search, then it should find that longitude and latitude for you. You click on that and that'll take you to that point. In this case, this is the GP of Polaris, or well, what I hoped was the GP of Polaris. I did that for all of them, so all the GPs are there. So then once I got the GP of Polaris, used little calculations, etc., to come out with the where I thought that circle should be. So when I first go with that, I went at Taurus, but Taurus being the first one I came out with, came out nice and neatly right through the middle of America, which didn't surprise me, having known that MCToon does live in this area of the world. Now, let me turn that around for those. So, did the same thing for the other one and the other one, and I thought, dear, this really shows my noobish skills. That's quite a big area. I thought, I'm sure Mr. Toon was making it a bit hard. So that's 115 nautical miles. That's a long way to be out. My understanding it can be much quicker than that. So we went back and then had another go. I got it down to here. I thought, oh, that's really good. But that still, when I zoomed in, just wasn't anywhere I wanted to be. So with my very last try, came down and we got it to here. Now, much better than the red one. And some of the mistakes I made were things like not putting in the eye height, the correct height. I was only assuming that it was like at sea level, which doesn't work very well. Can do a bit of conversion, check the shower angles, and found that some online values were much better than the values can find. So I eventually come up with those results. So submitting this now to Mr. Toon, bit like submitting your homework. It's a bit daunting to see if that is actually the right place. So I'm guessing, zooming in there, that he was taking the observation somewhere around here, maybe in somewhere, what's that called, Libby? Palisade, somewhere in this vicinity. Let me know if that's correct. After doing all that, I thought, been following Mitchell from Australia. Let's give it a go and see if I can do it the way he said to do it. So, built up my little GIS program, and let's see what that looked like. So, inside GIS and QGIS in this case, I actually have a nice little flat Earth that I've built up as a projection. It says using a north standard azimuth projection, and follows the flat Earth map. So, just to make it quick, I did put on his circles, and I've just for reference, I've put on the circles. If I translated from the globe map or the GIS, the Google Earth map in green here, as you can see, they come back in and they find that one point. And the red circles were using the method of a flat Earth. Same GPs, nautical miles, and we're somewhere over here, and a much bigger area. So let's just say I don't think I'm going to submit that as a very good observation. Anyway, let's go back. I think we'll go from there and get back into our real world. Hopefully, MCToon, liking your channel, and hopefully you like this little result. We'll see where we go, and I'm hoping to hear back soon whether I'm anything close to where I should be. Thanks a lot. See you later.